San Diego. I'm 26 years old. I play for San Diego Dynasty. I play professional paintball. I pretty much suck at all the rest of the sports, so I had to kind of fall into something that was good. I never knew what it was gonna be like when I first started playing in my backyard, and then playing little local events with my friends. We were definitely on the turning point where we started playing in the woods, and then this concept fields came up, and then I think that because we were so young, we were able to adapt to them so well. A lot of kids, and even some of the kids on our team now, I don't think they've ever even played in the woods, and I think it's pretty funny. Since we started Dynasty, you know, over the years, we've been really successful. We've won pretty much everything there is to win. And it takes like a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of hard work. And with that hard work comes, you know, reward. And we've won countless championships, and we have just trophies going everywhere. And a lot of people ask, what is it that got us to where we are? And I think a lot of it has to do with how much fun we have. You know, we're always having fun. We're out there giving it all for each other. And seeing the smiles on everybody else's faces when we're winning is just awesome.
After earning many championships and trophies, Ryan and fellow Dynasty member Alex Frazee still strive to get better. And sometimes that means instructing others on the finer points of the game.
We do clinics. I've been doing clinics for like 4 or 5 years now. And I mean, I've been playing paintball now for 10 years, so I have a good idea of what, you know, is going on and how things work. So let's start off right now, just getting warmed up real quick. We always warm the kids up and, you know, kind of go over some safety, you know, ideas just in case some people are like loose cannons out there. You don't want anybody to get hurt. Make sure you guys get your shoulders all right, loosened up, because a lot of times when you dive, that's where the impact is. It's just jolting up your shoulder. A bunch of people do dislocate their shoulders playing. You only want to do a head-first dive if it's necessary, okay? I'm not just going to run to the back corner and do a head-first dive just because it's going to look cool and I might get in a magazine, okay? If I can slide in with my head up just like this, that's how I'm going to do it, because I'm right here and I'm ready. As people progress and if the clinic is going really well and if everybody's on the same page, we move on to like more advanced, harder techniques. You should be able to switch hands, like Alex was saying before, when you're moving from one side of the bunker to the other. Everything goes along the same equal plane. When you're switching hands, I'm shooting this way, I can just throw the gun into my other hand, and boom, it's the same shot. You guys ready? Ready? Go! Once you kind of identify what little things we need to work on, we just go over it and then come up with a drill or come up with something that'll incorporate all that. We've invented a lot of drills. Not to say that everything is custom to us, but we've definitely come up with a lot of drills that no one's ever done before, I've never seen before, and they're a lot of fun. People love them.
Let's see if Ryan heeds his own advice as we continue our Beyond the Paint Skills Challenge, because it's time for the main event, the one-on-one showdown. Players' names were drawn randomly to determine who plays who. The players will play a single elimination preliminary match, best of 3 series. Winners advance to the quarterfinal. One wildcard player is drawn and will also advance. Players then play best of 3 matches for quarters, semis, and finals to determine the champion. The point system goes like this: 6 points for prelims, 7 points for quarters, 8 points for semis, 9 points for second place, and 10 points for first place. As round 1 begins, Thomas Taylor of Sacramento Excessive faces Marcus Nielsen of the Dream Team. Taylor already leads Nielsen 1-0, so this is win or go home for Nielsen. Thomas starts fast and takes Marcus out quickly. He will advance to the quarterfinals. When we return with Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint, we'll continue our one-on-one skills challenge right here on FSN.
Who's sick or just having a bad time or in a rough place, you know, a foam finger that costs 75 cents can change someone's day. Something as small as a t-shirt or a poster just cheers people up and it puts a huge smile on their face. It's just so rewarding to know that, you know, a wish of some person is that, you know, who's sick and is ill or something's wrong, is they want to come and, you know, play paintball with Dynasty.
Oh, I can't go to a paintball game!
And it's rewarding on our part, and we're helping somebody out. And I mean, if you don't like helping people out, then there's, you know, nothing else really to do. I think everybody on the team just puts a smile on our face too. Everybody is having a better day just because we can help them. People from San Diego came by and gave our daughter a foam finger, and she was the happiest. It seemed like it to me. It was the happiest day of her life almost. And I think that really we make a difference in people's lives here and there. We really do, believe it or not.
Team Dynasty is definitely a class act. Stay tuned for more Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint right after this.
This is Ryan Greenspan from San Diego Dynasty, and you're watching Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint.
FSN's coverage of Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint is brought to you by Empire, Life, Style, Function. By the United States Marine Corps, the few, the proud, the Marines. And by Spider, passion for paintball. Today, we've seen a wide array of paintball action. Let's get back now to our tournament coverage as Dynasty is set to take on DC Arsenal. Chris Plank and Rich Telford are standing by.
Back at the NPPL field, our next matchup pits J.C. Whittington and the DC Arsenal versus Ryan Greenspan and the San Diego Dynasty. Early advantage in this one, maybe for the Dynasty?
Normally I would say without a question, Dynasty's got the advantage. I mean, they're significantly a better team. Arsenal's a great team, but they're going to go through going through a rebuilding period. They've picked up some new guys. They're kind of getting it back together. They've always been a good team, but the Dynasty is Dynasty. They're the best team out there. So obviously, I would say that normally they'd have an advantage, but they're really struggling this event. They're not doing what they usually do, which is just smash everybody all the time.
And is there a lot of game planning that's gone on before this?
Yeah. They're both anticipating what the other team is going to do out of the break and trying to make adjustments for those anticipations. See Davey going to the brick and trying to shoot Sean going to snake there. Sean goes to snake one without getting shot. Looks inside. And they lost Yosh going to that Dorito corner again. So Dynasty lost another guy out of the break and another corner guy, which is tough because someone's got to fill out to take that spot. Looks like maybe J.C. Whittington up there in that car wash out of the break, or real quickly out of the break. Angel there crawling into the snake. You can see how far off he was from the bunker, but he was still able to block everybody out because of the positioning. That's how well they know the field. It looks like Dynasty might be losing another player. I see the referee running around with that look on his face. There goes Angel into snake 2, and there we go. We lose someone out of that brick. Might have been Alex, I'm not sure. Brian Cole there in the back, and David Williamson in the God bunker. Both teams rolling their guns, communicating as much as possible, and they're close on bodies. Both teams, Dynasty's lost one body. I don't think Arsenal's lost a body yet, but not a big advantage for either one. Wow. Yeah, Dynasty's must have lost 2 bodies. I hear the G2 call, so I'm pretty sure they lost 2 bodies. You can see Arsenal's really loading up that snake. They got 2 in the snake, 1 in the snake corner against Dynasty's 2. So they got 3 against 2, and obviously anytime you have a 3-on-2 and you press that advantage, usually you win that game. Now you see that guy moving up the snake to that next knuckle. Hopefully the guy behind him for Arsenal will fill up as well. Arsenal's also pushing up to the Dorito side of the field. You hear JC tell him to put his pack down a little bit because he sees the paint coming from across the field. That's a lot of experience, a lot of teamwork, and great communication.
Because again, all it takes is a shot anywhere to eliminate you.
Yeah, it can drop over the top of the bunker, just clip you in the harness. You can never, you can't even see the guy. He just drops the paint in on you, and you're eliminated. And it's a bad feeling because you don't feel like you didn't lose the personal war, but you lost the battle. Here goes David filling the snake. Into snake 2, that was great. It's a great fill. So we must have lost Angel out of that snake. So maybe that was the G2 call. Now David's filled the snake. What I would have liked to have seen is the Arsenal guys pressing the advantage when Dynasty lost that guy out of the snake. They've got all the bodies there. Why aren't they pushing up the field? That's a great shot from our
look at that angle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sean Anderson's a great player. He's phenomenally fast. And 2 or 3 years ago, he's one of those just athletic kids, Not very good at paintball, but just so fast. Oh, Davey gets shot going over the top. A little sloppy for an experienced player like Davey. Obviously, though, they're down on body, so he's trying to make something happen.
Trying to make an aggressive move there.
Yeah, Arsenal's in the snake, center 50.
They're just pushing up right now.
So Dynasty's got 3
left.
The corners and the Marine can. And Arsenal loses another player out of the snake. But you can see Arsenal is just pretty much walking up the field at will at this point,
Quickly fill it, too.
Yeah. See that athleticism just pulling himself up the field there. He's going to try to make those same shots Ryan did. He's going to try to shoot across at the guy in the Marine can or the guy in the back, the Dorito corner.
This is a numbers advantage.
Numbers and positions. Numbers and positions.
We've ever seen.
This is Brian Cole, probably one of the best back players of all time. Really strong. You see that Snake guy just sitting there and just pound. It doesn't even look like he's in the bunker, but because of the angle, he can just sit there and not stop shooting his gun and make it almost impossible for the Dynasty player to get in the game. Now, when the Arsenal player had to reload, he went down low, and that gave the Dynasty guy a chance to get his gun back up and start shooting it. It's a good shot. You can see 3 Arsenal players, all with their kind of guns up, all looking to move forward, all shooting their guns.
For San Diego now, all they're really hoping for is a mistake, right? You're hoping for DC to make a mistake.
Yeah, they're hoping. Brian Cole got shot out of the corner, and that's going to be the game because that will allow the Snake player to wrap and shoot that Marine can as soon as he figures it out. Oh, JC goes to make the big pro move.
All right, here's the Rockstar Energy Drink replay.
Arsenal, like we said, won that Snake battle. They had 3 guys dedicated to it when Dynasty only had 2. They could have pressed the advantage earlier, but they didn't.
Mistake here.
Yeah, Davey gets a little sloppy here, gets shot because it was still 3 or 4 on 5. So, I mean, they could have gotten it back in that game. But, sometimes you're down on bodies, you try to make those moves. You try to come over the top, catch a guy, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When it does, you look like a superstar. When it doesn't, you look like a moron.
And unfortunately for San Diego, a tough loss at the hands of the Arsenal.
Dynasty will have to regroup as the NPPL 2008 season continues this summer. But there's still plenty of paintball to come from Jacksonville. Coming up on the next installment of Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint, we're going fishing with Rusty Glaze. Plus, our one-on-one skills challenge gets serious. It's Xtreme Paintball, only on FSN. For more information about paintball, visit www.nppl.com.